to be honest. Wavy hair, mystique, up in this deep chain with some sick feet. Corner of 10th Street, scoop me in the MPV. I'm holding big. Soloist, vocalist, maestro. This fish grease, rest in peace, Polo. He see us, I was just with G. By tying up our baby shoes, what was waiting that brood and the souls of a chosen few. This ain't just talk, it's true. What a life, I'm a man.
Nestled between Tony Gwynn Drive.
Hey fans, don't forget to enter our big...
That can help him to maintain that number or even drop it lower. We'll see, but we know he's got good stuff, and he should be really good in this one today.
Roman Anthony leading things off and takes a strike.
That's a ball.
That's in there. That is strike two.
Nope.
And a swing and a miss. And one gone. Here's a check of the Red Sox lineup put together by manager Alex Cora. Chris, this is a lineup offensively that could be really good for years to come.
Well, there's a lot of young talent in this lineup. I think as they gel together, gain some maturity over the course of this season, they could be playing October baseball.
Now batting Jarren Duran.
Yeah.
Just underway here in Cincinnati. That one finds the zone, and the count is 0-2. Strike three, and that's two in a row.
Well, really nice job of finishing the hitter off right there. Glove side command, fastball firm to the outside corner. Tell you what, very difficult to do anything with that pitch, even if you do swing.
Wilson Contreras now up to the plate. Two down, nobody on. Breaking ball, and that got him.
First base.
Batting fourth, right fielder, Wilyer Abreu.
Wilyer Abreu up next for the Red Sox.
Ball one.
Ground ball up the middle. McLean whips it to first, and the inning is over. Now it'll be the Reds' turn. No score. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. Back here in Cincinnati, and towing the slab for the Boston Red Sox in this one, Garrett Crochet. Singy, he's a guy that can rack up a lot of strikeouts.
Yeah, Boog, this is a guy that struck out over 200 batters just a year ago. So he's definitely one of those guys that's got ridiculous swing and miss stuff. Hitters have to make a decision early, and that causes them to many times guess wrong and end up missing the baseball. But when you got a guy that's taking the mound that has the ability to send guys walking back to the dugout, it can be pretty fun to watch, and hopefully that's what we'll see in this one.
TJ Friedl, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball one. In the air to left center. Duran takes it in for the out. And there's one away. Here's the lineup for the Reds. It's Singy against the southpaw on the mound. The skipper's loaded this lineup with righty bats.
Certainly following the conventional wisdom here, Boog. That extra split second can make a big difference for a hitter. So these righty batters will need to take advantage and make this tactical move pay off.
Hey, Eugenio Suarez up to hit now. Crochet,
Nope, that's down.
he has a reputation, I don't know, maybe a knack for working himself out of tough situations that he finds himself in. You know, you like that in a relief pitcher, but when you have it for a starting pitcher, a guy that can get out of a tight spot, that is pretty valuable. Battling here as he fouls it away. Chases the fastball up the ladder, struck him out.
That's tough. You see it well. I mean, that was clearly up and out of the strike zone, but that's one of the hardest things. You know, when you see a pitch out of the hand at eye level, that discipline to remember, I can't hit that pitch. If I can see it really well at eye level, I can't catch up to that pitch when a pitcher's got this kind of velocity.
Story sends it over to first. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. Scoreless after 1. All set for the start of the inning. So stepping in for Boston, Trevor Story. That clips the zone. That's strike 1. Next offering is fouled back. Not close with that one. Now 1-2. He goes down looking. Now batting Tristan Casas. Hammered, and this one could be extra bases. Takes the turn. He's digging for second. And it's a 1-out double for the first hit of the game.
I'm sure he feels really good about that one. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ball game.
Digging in, Caleb Durbin. That one the other way. Base hit. Into third now. So runners at the corners and 1 out.
Everything came together for him. Big rip off the bat there. Some seriously loud contact on that knock. Didn't bring in the run, but he got him that much closer to taking the lead here.
Now here is Carlos Narvaez.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
Two on, 1 out.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs. He's mixing his pitches really well. Late on that fastball after seeing the changeup. See if he can elevate one. I think if he does, he'll get the swing and miss.
Lefty out of the stretch. Runners at first and third. To the left side, but it is well foul. Second inning here. No score. Lopez struck him out. Huge strikeout there.
Certainly a strikeout situation right there. The infield playing back, and this pitcher has to step up and get the swing and miss. Really nice job of attacking the hitter at the plate. Pretty big 2-out at bat coming up now.
Cedar Rafaela up next for the Red Sox. Fouled off. He was late. Runners on first and third, 2 away here on opening day. Strike 2, and there's a real chance they get out of this without allowing a run. On the ground to third. And that is that. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Opening day here in Cincinnati, and always a good time. You know, Singy, this Reds team may have been swept by the Dodgers in the wild card series last year, but they made some noise.
Yeah, you got to give a lot of credit to Terry Francona as well as their pitching staff. It was the loudest of the bunch. The Reds leaned on those arms the entire year. The offense had its moments, but make no mistake, that pitching staff was the reason the Reds reached the postseason.
Ball to strike. Swings through that one for strike 2. On the ground to the left. Story throws across the diamond and quickly one away in the second. Now it's the right fielder, Noelvi Marte. And he swings over the top there.
This guy's sink has so much drop in it. It's almost like a split finger fastball. Instead of just weak contact and balls on the ground, he gets swings and misses.
Pitches in there. That's strike 2. Ed Drummond, our umpire behind the plate in this one.
Yeah, Boogie's a really fair umpire, both the pitchers and the hitters. So standard strike zone, he's consistent with it. And the great thing is you don't see players questioning the calls too much. So that's a good thing in this day and age.
Got him swinging.
Well, take a look at the 3-pitch sequence here. Pretty simple in terms of putting them away at the plate. Once you're ahead 0-2 as a pitcher, you can really expand the zone and see how aggressive that hitter's going to be trying to protect and battle. And right there, clearly he was in swing mode, but all you can do is hope to foul that off.
Dane Myers, the next to hit for the Reds. That one close, ruled a ball, and it's 1-0. Two down, nobody on. On the ground. Story handles, throws to first, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. We'll move to the third with no score. Boston leads off the third inning here on opening day. Singy, looking back at their 2025 season, it feels like the Red Sox had an up and down year, but they still reached the postseason.
Yeah, I think that pretty much sums it up, partner. They traded away Rafael Devers in June and still went on to play in October. What a year it was for the Red Sox. And I think the future is pretty bright with players like Garrett Crochet and Roman Anthony.
This one ripped, but foul to the right. swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. He's there. He's got it. One away.
That was a good hard fastball with some nice ride up in the zone right there. Hitter looked like he was on it, but I think that velocity at the end just beat him. Instead of a line drive or something hit deep, it's a pop-up and an easy out for the defense.
Duran in the box as he fouls off the first pitch. Duran getting to start in left, batting second in today's lineup, and he was drafted in the 7th round back in 2018. Gets it to first. First two batters retired here in the top of the 3rd.
First baseman, Wilson Contreras.
And up to hit is Wilson Contreras.
That's not the first time they've watched a fastball zip by for a strike. I don't know if they're taking intentionally in those spots, but I'd like to see him more aggressive with those pitches.
Swings and misses. 0-2.
This guy's pounding the zone. Hitters don't have time to think in between pitches.
And that's a strikeout. Ed Drummond says he won a round. Home half of the 3rd coming up. No score. Bottom of the inning. Now it's the Reds DH, Sal Stewart.
That's out. That's ball 2. That's ball
Just
3.
missed. There's the strike. 3-1. Fastball for a strike.
And boy, that was the pitch. 3-1. You want to be really aggressive on the fastball.
Three-two now. That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
Batting 8th, first baseman, Spencer Steer.
Next for Cincinnati, Spencer Steer.
There was a high velocity fastball in the zone. I think a little frustration from walking the previous hitter. He's got good stuff. Pitch inside the zone and trust it.
0-1 down.
Aye.
Still tied at 0. Last of the 3rd.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Definitely made him chase a little bit out of the zone right there. I don't think that's a strike if he takes it. Pretty textbook pitching. Get ahead in the count, get the guy in the box on his heels, and then force him to chase your pitch where he doesn't have much of a chance to do any damage.
One out man at first. Next to hit, Matt McClain.
Ball, that pitch is up.
The 1-0. There's a swing and a miss.
Well, the hitter shows the pitcher that he's willing to go after that pitch down in the zone. So perhaps he'll come back to it, still try to get that ground ball double play.
Contreras on a dead sprint, and that will drop foul. The 1-2. That one way inside. Stays alive.
Really great change of speeds. He goes off the off speed to the fastball, and the hitter doesn't know what's coming next.
Liner snagged at first. Dives for the bag. Got him. Double play. On to the fourth. Still scoreless. On to the fourth. So stepping in for Boston, Wilyer Abreu. Check swing. He went. Strike one.
You know, these Red Sox, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today.
The 0-2. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Just blown away in that at bat. 3 fastballs, all strikes. He wasn't even able to foul one off. There's not much you can take away from an at bat like that as a hitter, other than maybe there's something wrong with your eyes. Got to have better timing on the fastball next time.
Here's Trevor Story. He was a strikeout victim his first time. Chop to the left side. Tosses to first. Great pick. They get out number 2 on a tough play.
Good stretch there to make the play. It looks like someone added a little yoga to their daily routine, if you ask me.
Tristan Casas digs in now. Scoreless here, but now he's got to deal with a guy who's got some power. Got to be careful when you're talking about a hitter with this type of slug and these type of home run totals. Two down, nobody on. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-2.
Well, pretty clear to me. He was trying to go deep right there, but you got to get a pitch that you can handle.
Got him looking for the K. Picks up strikeout number 7. On to the bottom of the fourth now. Still with no score. Welcome back. Here's a look at this team's early season projection.
Well, these Reds just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. They're chasing a lot of pitches outside the zone, and those chases that are turning into a bunch of outs. Can they turn that around and stay within the zone? We'll see, but I think they have to.
Outside. Ball 2. Just missed.
He's just missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike. But so many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone, and the last 2 pitches that he's thrown, good pitches, but even better takes.
3-0 down. Right through there for a strike. Fouls one off out of play, back to our left. Payoff pitch. It's a leadoff walk, and that's the go-ahead run.
That could jumpstart an offense that's really struggled to score in this one. Don't want to wake a team up with the free pass.
Hey, Eugenio Suarez up to the plate now. He's 0 for 1. That one ripped, but foul. The 0-1.
It's a tough pitch, but in terms of the best pitch you're going to get to hit in the at-bat, that fastball was down enough where you're going to catch up to one. That's the one. When he elevates, hitters aren't touching it.
In the dirt, and an excellent job keeping it right there.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
Swings and misses, struck him out. And that's 4 strikeouts.
With that kind of velocity, an elevated fastball, even if it's still in the strike zone, can be tough for hitters to get on top of.
Go ahead run on base. Tyler Stevenson getting ready to hit. Fouled off down the right side. One away, tie game, go ahead run stands at first here on opening day.
Ball 1.
The 1-1 is fouled off.
Ball, that's in.
The 2-2. In the dirt. The Reds yet to pick up a hit here. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound.
You usually are going to see that inside fastball a little longer coming in from the opposite side, but that pitch really got in on him right there. I mean, that's a well-thrown pitch. Tough to do anything with that in terms of getting the hands through and the sweet spot of the bat to the baseball.
Ellie De La Cruz now at the plate. Grounded out his first time up. Two gone, but the go-ahead run is at first. We're here in the bottom of the 4th.
Off the plate, ball 1.
And a 1-1. Comes up empty. That's strike 2. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. To the right side, Rafaela. The flip, and that's a nice play to end the inning. Through 4, still tied. Zip, zip. Back here at Great American Ballpark, so stepping in for Boston, Caleb Durbin. That one's in there. That's strike 1.
You know, these Red Sox, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. They've been chasing pitches outside the zone all game, and it's led to some frustrating moments. They've been fooled quite a bit today.
Fouled off left side. Owen Chu now. popped up, foul territory behind the plate. And there's one down.
And as a pitcher, when the hitters are swinging at everything, you feel no need to challenge inside the zone. You just keep working the corners and expanding that strike zone and beyond, and they just keep eating right out of your hand.
Narvaez takes a ball as he stands in for the second time. Ground ball left side. Stevenson whips it to first. There to beat him by an eyelash. So up next, Ceddanne Rafaela. Grounded out his first time up. And a base hit right there. And they have their first base runner since the second inning.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. And now let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
So the Red Sox lineup turns over. Roman Anthony, the next to hit. Runner on the move. Cut on and miss. Throw, save. That's a stolen base.
2 outs is a great time to try to steal second, especially when you have a guy with some wheels on first. Defense probably knew it was coming, but figured we better focus on trying to get this hitter out.
Runner at second, 2 down here on opening day. Next offering in there for a strike. No balls, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt. Safe at first as they can't make the play. So he's able to reach first base despite the strikeout, and that extends the inning. Kind of a tough turn of events for the defense there.
Yeah, that's maybe a little bit of a morale killer. For a second, you think you're about to go hit, but really quickly you have to refocus and be ready for the next play. We'll see if they can work around it.
Jarren Duran steps to the dish in a big spot.
Ball, that's upstairs.
The Red Sox with a chance to score first. And we're at the top of the 5th. Check swing, and he went. Now 1-2. Two on, 2 outs. Strike 3, went back to the sweeper and got the strikeout.
He's in a tough spot, had to make a great pitch, did it, got the strikeout, gets out of the jam. Clearly, he's happy with those results.
We head to the bottom of the 5th. In now for the Reds, Noelvi Marte. And he hits a ground ball right side. Tosses to first. 1 pitch and 1 out.
Up next for the Reds, left fielder, Dane
Dane
Myers.
Myers will hit next. Grounded out his first time. Fastball for a strike. He'll challenge, thought that was a ball. And they don't come much closer, but it was a ball. So they've still got both their challenges.
Great velocity at 97 at the top of the zone.
Swing and a foul out of play.
A healthy cut. Tough pitch at 98, but a really good pass at the ball.
1-2 here. Swing and a bouncer. Slings to first. Home half of the 5th inning, moving along. 2 quick outs.
For the Reds, designated hitter, Sal Stewart.
And now the designated hitter for the Reds, Sal Stewart, worked a walk in his first trip to the plate. Gets him to chase after that one.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
This one in the air, center field. Anthony should have this one. And he makes the catch. And that is that. He's through 5 without allowing a hit. You're dialed into the show. Back here in Cincinnati. Close game here, and a chance now to look at a few highlights from this one. Wilson Contreras getting ready to hit.
Baseman, Wilson Contreras.
And that's off the inside edge. Ball 1. Swing and a miss as he chases that one darting out of the zone. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. That is strike 2. And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes.
Pretty electric stuff showing up on the mound right now. I mean, into double-digit strikeouts. He should be able to rack up some more before he's done in this one. And you know, not many of these hitters have had much of an answer for what he's offering out there.
Abreu up for the 3rd time here. Watches that one miss.
Holy, even though it's right there and look
To first, Steer. He'll do it himself. 2 quick outs to open the top of the 6th.
well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air, lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Here's Trevor Story now. Oh, great stop. Throw to first, and very nicely done for the out. So another good inning for him on the mound. 6 shutout innings now. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Back here in Cincinnati. In now for the Reds, Spencer Steer. And there's a foul ball.
Well, these Reds just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. Chasing pitches has been a big part of the story. We've seen it quite a bit today. It's been tough for them to make contact at times, and it just doesn't look like they're seeing it very well as a group.
Comes up empty.
And on the mound, you know confidence has to be pretty high with all of the swings and misses. He's had them eaten out of the palm of his hand pretty much all game.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. This one in the air, right field. And that blooper falls in, and there goes the no-no. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
And just like that, the no-hitter is over. I don't know how he's able to shoot that pitch the other way and still put something on it. That pitch was inside, and he let it get really deep. So pretty incredible hands to fight it off and still get good wood on it.
Matt McClain, the next to hit for the Reds. Just missed. The Reds with the go-ahead run at first here in the bottom of the sixth. Swing and a high fly ball to left. Brings it in. And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one. Go ahead run on base. TJ Friedl, the next to hit for the Reds. And that one fouled off. One away, tie game. Go ahead run stands at first.
No, he's really working him away this at bat. Sometimes take a little bit off velocity. Try to get a rollover, something on the ground. Stay away from that big hole on the right side of the infield.
Runner on the go. Strike in there. Throw to second. Tag. Out at second.
Well, I think everybody in the ballpark knew that he was running right there. So good job of quickly getting the pitch to the catcher. And the catcher with good footwork, really good throw on the money. Gets the base runner, and they cut off that would-be base stealer.
2 down, nobody on. And a foul ball, he stays alive.
Oh, he's got to be pretty proud of this outing so far. Sometimes guys cower coming into a ballpark like this, but he has attacked hitters. Pitching on the road like this is very impressive. This has been a treat to watch.
Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. And that's 6 Ks for him in this one. Another inning complete, but not before they break up the no-hitter. Major League Baseball is on the show. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. Swing and a miss.
Usually when a pitcher's had a dominant outing, he has filled up the strike zone and he's gotten ahead in the count with first pitch strikes. Well, that's exactly what this guy done in this one. Over 70% first pitch strikes.
See ya. Strikes him out for the second time today. And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one. So digging in, Caleb Durbin, 1 for 2. Check swing, but he went too far. And the count is 0-2. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. The 0-2. just off the outside part of the plate.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Started after the 1-2 pitch. Appeal to first. He did not go around. 2-2. And that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout. Here's the catcher, Carlos Narvaez. Right through there for a strike. The Cincinnati bullpen has some movement. Tony Santillan, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. Burke, the lefty, warming up as well. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the top half of inning number 7. And a swing and a miss.
He finds himself in a tough situation early. Just got to try to simplify it. Take a knock the other way if you can.
And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes. Got him. Inning over on the strikeout. Still in total command on the mound with 7 shutout innings. Back after this on the show. Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary.
Baseman, Eugenio Suarez.
You can expect this hitter to be looking for something on a tee. He can get up in the air and untie this ball game.
That one missed.
Struggled a little bit in this one. Couple of strikeouts earlier, but doing a much better job in this at bat to get ahead and find a good hitter's count at 2-0. He's been able to go inside as well as outside, effectively working both sides of the plate in this at bat.
High fly ball down the left field line. That one carrying. Out of here. And this place is rocking. The Reds score first. It's 1-0. Listen to these fans.
This place is absolutely buzzing right now. You can feel the energy all the way up here in our broadcast booth. Knew what pitch he wanted to hit, spit on some other pitches in this at bat, was very patient, and it paid off.
Tyler Stevenson, the next to hit for the Reds.
Part of the order coming through now, and with 1 home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
Ball in.
Nobody on, nobody out with a run in. Here at the bottom of the 7th. That one fouled off. 2-2. Swings through it for the K. And that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer. Ellie De La Cruz digs in now. Have to say, he's one of the most impressive young players I've seen in recent years.
Well, no question about it. His future is very bright. The city, the organization, both are excited about him. He has a lot to look forward to.
When you think about it, he may be in the league for the next 10 or 15 years. And that is in for a strike. And it's 0-2. Goes down swinging for the strikeout. Strikeout number 8.
Just overmatched on that fastball right there, and it wasn't like he was set up for it by something off speed earlier in the at-bat. Just came right after him with 3 straight, and he had no answer for it.
That's out to center field. And that is that. One for the Reds on the homer. It's now a 1-0 ball game. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Tony Santillan getting ready to make season debut. Stepping in, Ceddanne Rafaela.
Good swing out of him last time. Ripped a liner into center. Well, this is just par for the course these days. Huge fastballs coming out of the bullpen.
Activity in the bullpen for the Reds. Emilio Pagan, the closer, is getting ready and perhaps looking at a looking to get the tying run on base.
Just not able to catch up to that velocity.
The 0-2. Caught him looking for the K.
Pretty big strikeout right there to start this 8th inning. Down 1. Any leadoff base runner really makes this inning a bit more interesting. But now this offense has to switch from possibly trying to manufacture a run to needing to run into something or just try to string multiple hits together to get a run across the plate.
So up next, Roman Anthony. 0 for 3 in this one. Check swing called strike. And that's strike 1. Sets him down looking. Coming out of the bullpen and throwing BBs.
Well, he's going to have some thinking to do when he leaves the ballpark after this one. That was his 3rd strikeout, and this one looking, obviously, so he's been a little overmatched. He's got to find a way just to be more competitive up there at the plate.
Jarren Duran up next for the Red Sox. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a ground out. Outside low, ball 1. Two down, nobody on. Check swing, and he went. That's strike 1. Right through there for a strike.
Very solid inning on the mound so far here in the 8th. Holding on to this narrow lead. This is exactly what they were looking for.
And there's a rocket into the outfield. Takes the turn. He's digging for second. The relay throw. Not going to get him. He's in there.
When you go 0 for 5, 0 for 7, 0 for 8, it seems like an eternity, especially to start the season, because that's the one thing. Players want to get that first one out of the way so that they feel like, all right, I'm going to avoid this prolonged 0 for to start the season and get into a slump.
Here's Contreras now. That misses, and that is ball 1. Red Sox with a chance to tie it up. And that's a stolen base, not even close. And the tying run is now only 90 feet away.
I think he surprised everyone in the ballpark, and especially the pitcher. Wasn't a great lead there, but when he took off, I think he caught him off guard. Nice job to get to third.
Strike 2.
On the mound, you take a note. You see the hitter's willingness to chase that pitch upstairs, get deeper in the count, try to climb the ladder.
And that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout.
Well, this guy competes hard. We see the emotion there. I love it. Great job of getting out of the jam.
Greg Weiser takes over on the mound.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
And that one is lifted in the air. Abreu on the move to the gap. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. One pitch and one out.
Really nice job to get your first out of the ball game.
Next is the designated hitter, Sal Stewart. And that one fouled off. Way out front for strike 2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And there are 2 down.
No, that slider down and away, it's just kind of a slow death. With 2 strikes, you're looking to protect, and halfway to the plate, you know you've committed, and you know you're going to have no chance of touching it. Tell you what, sometimes you just have to tip your cap.
Lifted in the air, out to left. And that's the 3rd out. Nothing across here this half. 9th inning coming up. The Reds have the advantage, 1-0. Last chance now coming up for the Red Sox. We're back, and on the mound is the closer, Emilio Pagan. A chance at his first save of the year. Well, 1-run game, so stepping in for Boston, Wilyer Abreu. 0 for 3 with 2 groundouts and a strikeout. Check swing, and he went. It's 0-1. Pagan going for save number 1 in this spot. He joined the team as a free agent. And that's pushed foul off to the left and out of play.
He's gone off speed. He needs to elevate here with 2 strikes out of the zone.
Got him swinging for the strikeout. And a strikeout for the first out here in the 9th.
Well, we saw a solid effort out of their starter, and the bullpen is following suit. It's just a good day as a manager or as a pitching coach when you can hand the ball off to multiple arms and get stability from all of their performances.
Here's Story now. Yeah, that's fouled off. That one lifted to left. Myers settles under it. 2 down. So they're down to their final out. And next is the designated hitter, Tristan Casas.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
And a big swing and a miss. Crowd locked in right now. 1-run game here in the 9th. Cracks his bat and pops him off. And he makes the catch. Ball game, and the Reds collect their first win of the season.
Well, this one was all about the pitching and defense. Outstanding job of the pitchers, really attacking hitters, trusting what the catcher was putting down, and trusting the players standing behind him to make the plays defensively. Sometimes you want to see a high-scoring game, but sometimes you can appreciate the artistic beauty of what these pitchers did on the mound today.
From Great American Ballpark in Cincinnati, Ohio, MLB The Show has interleague action for you this afternoon. It's the Boston Red Sox going up against the Cincinnati Reds. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. On the mound for the Reds, Brady Singer. What do you have on him, Chris?
With the height, the release point creates a lot of tilt on his pitches. So coming into the zone, really hard for the hitters to get on plane. Makes it very difficult for the hitters to guess.
All right, just about ready for baseball. Roman Anthony now at the plate. And we're underway here in Cincinnati. In the air, left field, and it's just foul. Line drive, base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
I'd say a mistake pitch in an 0-2 count. Too good of a pitch to hit right there. You have to expand the zone. Keep that leadoff man off first base.
Here comes Wilson Contreras. Smash down the left field line. Now a relay to the plate, and he's out.
You're out.
A lot of real estate to cover on that play defensively. A long throw to the cutoff man, and then a lot of ground to make up as well on the relay. But an excellent job of execution and getting that out at the dish as he tried to make it home all the way from first base.
So now with one away and a man at second. Now here's the Red Sox DH, Caleb Durbin. Here's a high fly ball out to center. Friedel on his way over, and he makes the catch. Runner tags, and we'll move up to third.
Batting fourth, left fielder.
Here's a check of the Red Sox lineup put together by manager Alex Cora. And the challenge for this lineup today, Singy, finding a way to have success against the sinker ball.
Yeah, it's a tough pitch to hit, Boog, and even harder to elevate. Got to set your sights a little bit higher when you're at the dish. They're struggling with it. I'd expect them to make some type of adjustment. It won't take long to see how well that sinker is working today.
Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. That's got a chance. Can't get to it, and this should score the run. Pulls into second. That's an RBI double.
Well, they strike first as he gets the job done to bring home the run. I love the approach he had right there with that pitch. Not trying to do too much, but still looking to drive it, and that's exactly what he's able to do into the opposite field gap for the double.
Dangerous hitter at the plate in Trevor Story. And he swings and misses at the initial offering.
Ball.
Swing and a miss at a slider. Man at second. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Got him swinging for the strikeout. They limit the damage here. On to the bottom of the first. It's the Red Sox 1. The Reds coming up. You're watching Red Sox baseball on the show, New England. Back here in Cincinnati. And getting the start for the Red Sox, Ranger Suarez. What do you have on him, Siggy?
Boog, this guy usually turns in a very good outing. His teammates really enjoy when he's on the mound. Everyone seems to be loose, which can help the offense be a bit more dangerous. So if you look at the opposing lineup, they're hoping he doesn't just settle in. They want to make this an uncomfortable start from the beginning.
Friedel in the box here and fouls it off for strike one. The 0-1.
Ball. No, that's a ball.
That's a little bit low. Foul ball there. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out and one away. Here's the lineup for the Reds. They're dealing with a sinker specialist on the mound, which can be a big-time challenge when he's right and working mostly from the knees down.
Well, the key is to lay off pitches down in the zone until you're forced to swing. Set your sights higher in the strike zone, looking for something elevated, because sinkers are less effective up in the zone. They tend to flatten out. So when you get a cookie, you don't want to miss it.
Suarez in the box as he fouls off the first pitch.
Ball, no.
Suarez launched a homer in his most recent game. That's in there. And the count 1-2. Red Sox already leading. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, anytime you can punch out the top 2 guys in a lineup to start an inning, got to be feeling pretty good out there on the mound, because when you think of just having a distraction, table setters on the base paths, and all of a sudden you're dealing with the number 3 hitter, any distraction can cause you to serve up a cookie, and instead of it being a solo shot, it's a 2 or 3 run homer.
Two down, nobody on. Gets to it with a slide. Throw to first, and they get the out. Nobody left for Cincinnati. Still behind by a count of 1-0. On now to the top half of inning number 2. So stepping in for Boston, Wilyer Abreu. Check swing of the first pitch. Look down to third. Did not go. The 1-0. And that one hammered. Carrying well. Going. Gone. A solo shot. His first homer of the year, and they add on. It's 2-0.
That fastball was out of the zone, and he still drove it out. Those swings leave pitchers scratching their heads.
High fastballs, especially with good velocity, can be really hard to catch up to. But he stays tall, his top hand works extremely well, and he absolutely clobbered it.
Now the third baseman, Marcelo Meyer.
D-Ride.
Oh, you just got to delete it. You give up that leadoff home run, go back to work, focus on this next batter.
He's a bad ball hitter, so even if you get him to chase pitches outside the zone, he still might beat you. Not an easy out by any means.
Next one misses, and it's a ball and a strike. Making the calls behind the plate in this one is Woody Keller.
Yeah, and Woody does a pretty good job back there, Boog. He's got a pretty fair strike zone most of the time. Maybe some inconsistency here or there, but usually he's back there doing a solid job.
Here's a 1-2.
Ball.
Swing and a miss for the strikeout. And that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer. So up next, Ceddanne Rafaela. And a big swing and a miss. One out, bases empty, and a run in here at the top of the second. Way out front for strike 2.
Well, he's been aggressive right out of the box, and a smart pitcher is going to play off of that, especially when you get to 2 strikes.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time, a little anxious.
And stepping in for Boston, Carlos Narvaez. This one in the air center field. McLean gets under it, and that is that. Boston getting closer thanks to the homer. It's now a 2-0 ball game. We head to the bottom of the second. So now here's the Reds cleanup hitter, Elly De La Cruz.
Ball 1.
Ball to strike. The pitch. Right through there for a strike. Ground ball left side, and it goes just foul. Blows the high heat past him. That's a strikeout. And Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by keeping him off base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief because he puts pressure on everyone if he can put the ball in play. But that's how you do it. Keep him off balance, get him out of there, and deal with the next guy.
Next for Cincinnati, Noelvi Marte.
Yeah.
0-2 now. On the ground to the left.
That's
And
foul
that's
ball.
just foul. The 0-2. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. The 0-2. Swing and a ball popped in the air. Fair ball. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
When you go 0 for 5, 0 for 7, 0 for 8, it seems like an eternity, especially to start the season, because that's the one thing. Players want to get that first one out of the way so that they feel like, all right, I'm going to avoid this prolonged 0 for to start the season and get into a slump.
Now, Dane Myers. This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. He's there. He's got it. And there's 2 down.
Batting 7th, designated hitter, Sal Stewart.
So now here's the DH, Sal Stewart. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Chopper right side. Rafaela whips it to first. That's the 3rd out. Inning over. After 2, it's a 2-0 ball game. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league.
Roman Anthony.
Ball one low.
Down.
Anthony getting the start in center. Made his big league debut in 2025, and he was a 2nd-round pick in 2022. Strike 2.
Well, he looks fresh out there. Just needs to get a little more confidence and remember how good he's been in the past.
Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. And the leadoff man aboard.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. Timing on the swing was good, able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
And up to hit is Wilson Contreras. Base hit center field. Throw back in quickly. 1st and 2nd now with nobody out.
2 consecutive base hits for this team. So impressive that he didn't get tied up or jammed on that pitch inside. Instead, good quick hands allowed him to get the barrel to it, just shoot it up the middle of the field for that knock.
Next to hit, Caleb Durbin. Fly to center his first time. He's 0 for 1. Takes a half swing and grounds it to the left side. And he grabs it foul. First and 2nd, no outs here in the 2nd game of the series. McLean throws to first in time and 1 away in the top of the 3rd.
That was a productive at bat. You know you're doing something right anytime you help move 2 runners into scoring position and give your team a chance to drive in a few runs, even if it's still kind of early in the game.
Left field, way back there. That one carrying. And it's caught just in front of the wall. Both runners tagging from second and third. Runner from third in to score.
There you go. Nice little RBI there. It's a great at bat. Got the job done.
Shortstop, Trevor Story.
Here's Trevor Story. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time.
You have to be careful throwing him breaking pitches, even in an 0-0 count. He loves going after the off-speed stuff, and he's really good at hitting it.
Ground ball right side. McLean tosses to first. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. They get a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. We move on to the bottom of inning number 3. It's the Red Sox 3 and the Reds nothing. This is Red Sox baseball on the show, New England. Back here at Great American Ballpark, in now for the Reds, Spencer Steer. In the air to left center. Reaching for it and brings it in.
Gotta love the over-the-shoulder catch. I tell you what, those are really fun to make.
Now here is Matt McLean.
Ball 1, up.
Right through there for a strike. Gets him to chase after that one. Swings through it for the K. And that's 4 strikeouts.
Got him out on the front foot. Couldn't keep the hands back long enough and played right into the hands of the pitcher.
Friedel stands in now and watches strike 1.
Ball.
See ya. Strikes him out for the second time today. Reds down in order. They trail it here 3-0. All set for the start of the inning. So stepping in for Boston, Wilyer Abreu. Abreu tries to check his swing. Now a look to third, and that's going to be ruled a swing. Check swing, and he went 0-2 now. Battling here as he fouls it away. And the 0-2. Stays alive. Tried to hold up on the 0-2. Now a look down to third, and he held up. The 1-2. And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes. Marcelo Meyer up next for the Red Sox. He's 0 for 1.
That's a ball.
And right back to the mound. On to first. 2 quick outs here in the top of the 4th.
For the Red Sox, second baseman, Cedar Rafaela.
2 down, bases empty. Cedar Rafaela up next for the Red Sox. He was a strikeout victim his first time.
Strike.
Two down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4. Swing and a miss. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound. Nothing doing for Boston, but they lead at 3-0. Bottom 4 in now for the Reds. Eugenio Suarez.
Eugenio Suarez.
Sliced hard but foul.
Well, these Reds just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. They're chasing a lot of pitches outside the zone, and those chases are turning into a bunch of outs. Can they turn that around and stay within the zone? We'll see, but I think they have to.
Here's the 0-2. Fights it off. He'll see another. Way inside. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. That misses, and the count is even 2-2.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Outside, and now it's 3-2.
Expect for that guy to come right at you with a fastball, something in the zone, because he does not want to allow the leadoff walk.
And a foul ball, he stays alive. Payoff pitch. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. Tyler Stevenson, the next to hit for the Reds. Grounded out his first time.
Ball.
The Red Sox leading by 3. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Swings and misses. And it's 1-1. Now that's smacked to right center. Diving, makes the grab. What a play.
Up next for the Reds.
So a great diving catch, and that was only possible because of the route he took to get there, right, Chris?
Yeah, StatCast shows us just how efficient that route to the ball was. In fact, that's about as good as it gets. Pretty much a direct line to it, and Perhaps he was a wide receiver in a different life. I don't know. But, man, great job to hold on all the way through the dive as well. No fumble caused by the ground.
De La Cruz in the box with 2 gone and takes a look at a called strike. In the air, left field. And that'll do it. So they make short work of him there. We're headed to the 5th. It's the Red Sox 3 and the Reds nothing. You're watching back here in Cincinnati. So stepping in for Boston, Carlos Narvaez. This is a guy who's in the lineup first and foremost because of what he contributes defensively, Chris. And when you talk about preventing runs from being scored, this guy is a big contributor.
I was always told it's hard to take you off the field when you play really good defense, especially at a premier position, and that's what he does. The hitting's going to come around. He's going to figure it out. But right now, his big asset is the way he plays the game on defense.
The 0-2. Tosses to the pitcher covering the bag. And the leadoff hitter retired in the 5th. And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one. Now here's the Red Sox leadoff hitter, Roman Anthony. He's 2 for 2. Ripped to short. Tosses to first. And the first 2 set down in the top of the 5th.
Well, Boog, we talk about how the ball is coming out of a pitcher's hand. The way it comes out of his hand as an infielder, wow, really impressive.
Wilson Contreras getting ready to hit.
Really nice swing in his last at bat. Shot a line drive into center field.
Check swing, and he went. Strike 1.
High, 2.
Two down, nobody on. Swing and a miss, struck him out. So he picks up his 6th strikeout of the ball game. Red Sox go down 1-2-3, but they lead it 3-0. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. In now for the Reds, Noelvi Marte. And that one fouled off.
Well, these Reds, they're not going to be happy with the at-bats they've been having so far. Just one base runner to this point, and it's not exactly early anymore. They have guys in this lineup capable of sparking something, but it just hasn't happened for them yet.
Abreu moving under this one, and there's one down.
At this point, they'll take base runners any way they can get them, then hope it turns into something more, but this might end up being one of those games to forget.
So digging in, Dane Myers. First time up was a pop out. In the air, right field. 2 away now.
Up next for the Reds, designated hitter.
Sal Stewart, the next to hit. Grounded out his first time up. This one in the air, center field. Brings it in. And the inning is over. Still nothing on the scoreboard for him after 5. It's the Red Sox 3 and the Reds nothing. We're back with a look at key moments so far in this one. Caleb Ferguson into the game, ready to make his season debut. Stepping in, Caleb Durbin. That one hammered center field, carrying well. And it flies to the deepest part of the park. No doubt about this one. Home run. And they add a run. It's 4-0.
They wasted no time in that at bat, swinging at the first pitch, and he punished it. Welcome to the game. First pitch out of the bullpen, a tough one. And you know he's just trying to get one in there for a strike. And on the other side, as a hitter, it's a great time to be aggressive and let it fly. It's not what they were looking for when they turned to him, but now he's got to find a way to reset.
Jarren Duran up next for the Red Sox. Ground ball right side. Steer takes it to the bag. One pitch and one out.
Up next for the Red Sox, shortstop Trevor Story.
Trevor Story comes up to the plate. He's someone that you might not describe as having elite level speed, but he can absolutely move, and it is a factor in his game. High fly ball lifted in the air right field. Marte under it. And there are 2 outs.
Up next for the Red Sox, right fielder Wilyer Abreu.
Digging in, Wilyer Abreu. He launched a solo shot back in the 2nd inning of this one.
Yeah, that was big for these guys early on. Definitely helped them get off onto the right foot.
Hit on the ground to short. De La Cruz. And that ends the inning. Solo homer helps Boston cut into the lead. It's now a 4-0 ball game. Bottom of the 6th. In now for the Reds, Spencer Steer.
Filthy changeup right there. Just pulled the string.
Late that time, and it's strike 2.
That's a real nice cutter right there. I mean, this guy can struggle with the inside pitch at times, so I'd say that's pretty effective if you can continue to command it on that side of the plate.
And they'll do it again. Here's a 1-2. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. The 1-2. Up the middle. Now the throw to first on the run. And he gets him. Nicely done.
Up next for the Reds, second baseman Matt McLain.
So up next, Matt McLain went down on strikes his first time through. The Reds down by 4 here in the bottom of the 6th. And that misses. 1 ball, 1 strike. Right through there for a strike. Goes down looking for the strikeout. Picks up strikeout number 7. McLain wants another look at the called strike. It's a challenge. And the strike call will stand. That knocks them down to 1 challenge left. So back to the top of the Reds lineup. TJ Friedl will hit next. Who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Line drive. Makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. Make it 6 shutout innings for him out there now. This is Red Sox baseball on the show, New England. To the top of the 7th. So stepping in for Boston, Marcelo Meyer. Swing and a miss. It's 0-1.
You know, these Red Sox really impressing me with the quality of their at-bats in this one. It's been fun getting a chance to see them go to work. The numbers help tell the story. I mean, they've been sitting fastball, and it's paying off in a big way so far with 6 hits against that pitch alone.
Got him swinging.
Just overmatched on that fastball right there, and it wasn't like he was set up for it by something off speed earlier in the at-bat. Just came right after him with 3 straight, and he had no answer for it.
So digging in, Cedar Rafaela.
3-pitch strikeout last time up. Got to put up more of a fight in this one.
Ball.
That one inside. Look out.
Struggled a little bit in this one. Couple of strikeouts earlier, but doing a much better job in this at-bat to get ahead and find a good hitter's count at 2-0.
The next pitch misses. Ball 3. And that wasn't even close. Ball 4.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
Runner on at first with 1 gone. Here's the catcher, Carlos Narvaez. And that one fouled off. Next offering in there for a strike. No balls, 2 strikes. Narvaez wants to challenge this. Thought it was a ball. Good eye at the plate. They'll overturn the call. So they've still got both their challenges. The 1-1. McLean to Elliott, second for 1. Double play. What a twin killing to end the inning. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. 7th inning stretch time. The Red Sox 4 and the Reds nothing. You're watching Red Sox. Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary.
Third baseman, Eugenio Suarez.
Just
No, that's a
missed.
ball.
Big at bat right here. He did the team thing, took until he got a strike. Now he's got to go to work, shorten up that swing a little bit, do whatever it takes to get on base.
Ball to strike.
Be right.
Keeps the at bat going with a foul ball. The 1-2. Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. Strikeout number 8.
Simply said, this guy's flailing at the plate right now. Just disconnected from head to toes in terms of the sync of his body. That's his 5th strikeout of the series, and we're just 2 games in. So hoping to see some kind of adjustment out of him. His at-bats are just a little tough to watch right now.
Stevenson, batting with 1 down, takes a strike. Fouled off left side. Oh, and 2 now. Got him. That's out number 2. Chris, 3rd time through the order, and a couple of quick outs for the starter.
Yeah, he's been very frugal today, economical with the pitch count.
2 outs, base is empty. Now the Reds cleanup hitter, Ellie De La Cruz.
Oh, he's got to be pretty proud of this outing so far. Sometimes guys cower coming into a ballpark like this, but he has attacked hitters. Pitching on the road like this is very impressive. This has been a treat to watch.
Ball.
And another ball.
He hasn't fallen behind in the count like this all day. He's in danger of walking his first batter right here.
2 down, nobody on. That just missed. He walked him on 4 pitches. Challenge from behind the dish here. Not far out of the zone, but it was a ball. Still 1 challenge left for them. And ready to hit now for Cincinnati, Noelvi Marte, 1 for 2. That one misses. That's 5 straight. The Bo Sox leading by 4 here, the bottom of the 7th. The lefty ready, and a 1-1. That one fouled off. Got him swinging for the strikeout. Chased the fastball up the ladder for strike 3. Another scoreless inning, and now that's 7 shutout frames. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Pierce Johnson.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleeding and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it. Sometimes a hitter will go up there and guess, and it's not just pulling something out of the sky, but expecting, because of tendencies, a certain pitch in a certain location. He just guessed wrong.
Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. Got him. 1 away on the strikeout.
Well, you see him trying to pull that inside pitch right there, and that's not the kind of approach that you want to have. Even if you do get to it, it's going to be very difficult to keep it fair. You're just going to make it a long strike at best. You have to be able to stay within the baseball on the inside of that path to it, and that way, if you're a little quick, the ball gets hit hard somewhere, and it's not foul.
Contreras now at the plate as he swings through strike 1. Check swing, and he went 0-2. Struck him out. Really fooled him with the breaking ball there.
Chance to strike out the side now. You talk about the benefits, the advantages of relievers who can come in and get the swing and miss, whether it's inherited runners or maybe a little jam that they get into themselves. knowing that they can miss the bat. Tell you what, that's huge and can change the ball game.
Durbin in the box here lets that one go for a ball. And there's a breaking ball that drops in there. Two down, nobody on. And that drops in for a strike. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. And a 1-2. Got him looking for the K. And he strikes out the side here in the 8th. The Red Sox ready for the bottom. So the Red Sox bring on a new pitcher, Danny Coulombe.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
Inside.
This one in the air, center field. Anthony on the move. Pulls it down and he makes the catch.
Up next for the Reds, designated
And next is the designated hitter, Sal Stewart.
Ball, no. No.
He's just missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike. But so many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone, and the last two pitches that he's thrown, good pitches, but even better takes.
Late with the swing there. Cut on and miss, struck him out. Out number 2.
Well executed pitch on the outside part of the plate.
2 down, base is empty. Spencer Steer, the next to hit for the Reds.
That's down.
And now it's 1-2. Battling here as he fouls it away.
Ball 2.
Two down, nobody on. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt. Got him. It over on the strikeout. The Red Sox 4 and the Reds nothing. Set to start the ninth in this one. So stepping in for Boston, Jaron Duran. Now here's a flare off the bat, and it falls. And a good start to the inning.
He made that look easy, keeping his bat in the zone on plane for a long time. That leads to a high contact rate and more barrels, Boog. Even when you don't get it great, it's still hit hard enough to dunk something in like that in front of the center fielder.
Lifted in the air, right center field. McLean should have this one. Takes it in for the out.
That's a really nice play, ranging back into the outfield for that catch. We all know those can be a little tricky, especially if the wind's swirling around out there.
One out man at first. And next for the Red Sox, Wilyer Abreu. He's already homered in this game. Johnson checks over to first, and he's back.
Ball one.
Ran at first, one gone. Runner on the goal. And a foul ball. The 1-1. Swings through that. Man at first, one away. One and two here. Foul tip into the midst, struck him out. Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. They hand the ball over to a new arm, Sam Moll.
Bringing in the lefty with the left-handed hitter coming up to hit. Classic bullpen move right here, so we'll see how it works out.
Meyer, the batter now, as he swings and misses for strike one. Runner on the move. And there's a foul ball. The 0-2. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. One left for the Red Sox. So they turn to their closer, Aroldis Chapman.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
A bit behind with that swing. It's strike one.
Boog, that's cheddar, baby.
And a breaking ball drops in for a strike.
Well, a good slider from an opposite-handed pitcher has to stay in that tunnel just a little bit longer. Otherwise, recognition can cause you to barrel it up. And right there, the hitter clearly couldn't do anything with it.
Got him. One out.
Well, there he gets the slider in on his hands, and it just eats him up. You know, it's hard to get the bat around on a pitch like that in tight. You just feel like you're crowded on the inside part of the plate. Can't get any extension. That's one he definitely should have laid off of.
Friedel at the plate now, and that's strike one.
Well, this is just par for the course these days. Huge fastballs coming out of the bullpen.
Inside, almost got him. Fouls it off, still 1-2. One down, base is empty here in the ninth. Not close with that one, and the count is filled up. That's a hit. And they have their first hit since the second inning. Now the number 2 hitter, Eugenio Suarez.
That was absolute gas. Triple digits on the gun. It's just a different experience as a hitter watching that go by. He's had a tough day at the plate. 3 strikeouts already. It's hard not to think negative, but you got to find a way to somehow center up the baseball and put it in play.
Swings and lines a base hit into left field. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds at second with 1 gone. And now the catcher comes up to hit. Tyler Stevenson. Chapman. He's kind of a prototypical bullpen arm in today's game. Electric stuff that results in a ton of strikeouts. In a tough spot like this, that is a big-time benefit. Good job to fight that one off. Hit on the ground to the right side. And foul ball.
Now, as a hitter, when a guy like this comes into the game, you feel like he's standing on top of you. And it's just attack mode coming right at you, expecting to get a swing and miss.
Here, bottom 9, and the home team trying to rally to at least tie it up. Called out on strikes. The Reds now down to their final out.
No, you got to be ready to swing the bat with a runner in scoring position and 2 strikes. Just put the ball in play somewhere, and you got a chance. Very frustrating for him, I'm sure. See if the next guy can pick him up.
De La Cruz, the next to hit, takes ball 1. Two on, 2 outs. Yeah, that's fouled off. Chapman is just 1 strike away. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Out towards right center field. Abreu on the move to the gap. And an automatic double as it hops the fence. And a run comes in to score.
Well, everyone is thinking, Ed, would the runner have scored from first if the ball stayed in the park? We'll never know, but they do get a run across with a chance to do more damage in the inning.
Big spot here, bottom of the 9th, down to their final out. Noelvi Marte, the next to hit for the Reds.
And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
This one in the air, right field. And it's foul.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to as far as just a late swing.
This to third, and that goes foul. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. The Reds with the tying run at the plate here in the last half of inning number 9. Pitch misses, and that's ball 1.
That turns out to be a really good take right there, but you don't want to end this game with the bat on your shoulder.
Got him, and that's the ball game.
The first 2 games of this series really good, exchanged punch for punch, blow for blow, but tomorrow will be a big one, especially in a day game. There might be some shadows in the afternoon, so you really want to focus on scoring early and playing very good defense to prevent runs. We'll see who wins it tomorrow.
4-1 the final here today. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Sciambi saying so long.
time, baby, where we hold it